I'm going to give it to God. Like this no joke. This happened. Everything I'm talking about has happened like literally to me in the last few weeks. But I said, I'm going to give it to God. So I went in my bathroom. Your mom gave me some oil, like, I don't know, years ago, right? It's under my bathroom sink. And I'm like, let me go find this oil, because she prayed over it and stuff. She gave us some olive oil,
Yes.
That's how the Jamaicans do.
Consecration.
We pray over the olive oil and then you use it
real,
for healing, right?
It's real.
So,
Hey guys, if it's crazy,
Go now.
wait.
Get in there! Oh my God!
Hey guys, welcome to the Family Mess. I'm Noah, and have a nice day.
Good God!
I love the Family Mess. Oh my God.
Welcome to the Family Mess Podcast. I'm your host, Ian, and this is my wife and co-host, Natalie. The Family Mess, the podcast about life with kids and all things adulting. Let's talk. Natalie, a month off hiatus, season 4, episode 1. I'm excited. Let's do this again.
You don't sound so excited.
I didn't mean to take a month off, but it was needed. Rest to recuperate and everything. So, how are we going to start off today? I have no idea.
You supposed to know that before we start the show?
I'm all over the place right now.
Hello?
I should have planned it. But in the news, we always start up with recaps.
I don't know what's in the news right now. I
saw they're closing. I don't think this is important, but I just saw it this morning looking at the news. But they're closing 900 CVS stores across the country.
But that's like over the next 3 years. I saw that. It's going to be over a time.
I'm telling you, man, I think it's a trend there. It's going to affect a lot.
Just like Eckerd's.
Exactly. But I mean, if they're closing CVS's, does that mean Walgreens are going to be closing next too?
No, Walgreens would be like, hey, I'll take all your business if you're not there.
Well, I read
they're across the street from each other, like everywhere.
Well, the funny thing is I read the article, and the article's 100% correct. The article went on to say that the reason a lot of the stores are closing, they look old and dated. If you go in the stores, the colors are very dated. The lights are down and dim.
Yeah, they have a few new ones, though.
Yeah, and you feel like you're just, when you walk in there, just saps the energy out of you. When you go into Walgreens, it's all bright.
Yeah, CVS got too much stuff.
Yes. And that's what they're saying. A lot of stuff doesn't need to be sold there anymore. They're going to revamp all the stores. Because when you go into a CVS, you're like, man, this is definitely a place for old people. Because, I mean, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like in there. Walgreens is like the Target. And CVS is like the Walmart. That's kind of what it's like.
True.
It's true. I mean, it's totally different feel when you go in. When you go into Walgreens, everything's bright. You walk in there, you feel, you're, wow, this is nice in here, and nothing is crazy. All the shelves look nice. I bet you that's why they're closing down, because it's boring. That's just the little article I read. And the second article I read for all the nerds out there is that billionaire Bill Gates is building a power plant, nuclear.
Of course, that's something you're interested in.
One of the first nuclear power plants in like 30, 40 years in the United States. But the controversy is he's building it for less than a typical nuclear power plant.
Why is that a controversy?
Because it usually takes about $29 billion, something like that, to build a power plant and it takes over 10 years to construct it. Bill Gates is scheduled to do this in like 3 years from now. It'll be up and running.
Yeah, but when you got money and you're not constricted as much.
Well, the article's funny because this guy overseas was saying, well, I don't know what Bill Gates is doing because of the economy. I think pretty much the guy's saying he's wasting his time and money. I'm like, how are you going to tell a billionaire he's wasting his money? If he's a billionaire, he knows how to make money. So I kind of read the article. And the guy went on to say at the end of the article, you should invest in renewables because that's what's in now. Nuclear is not going to do anything. I'm like, well,
the government's pushing renewables.
Yeah. So I said, well, I'm going by the billionaire. If the billionaire is a billionaire and he's saying I'm going to invest in this, that means he's not doing it to lose money. He's doing it to make money. That was my thing about him. Like,
Well, there's some things that Bill Gates says, though. He's trying to evolve society. That's one of his things too.
Yeah, I mean, he does spend money on
innovate, and
he does spend money on a lot of things that I guess there's not a return for him. But you're right, he doesn't do it for.
So this could be one of those things.
Yeah, because I guess when you have $50-60 billion, then it's not a big deal to spend like $3 or $4 billion to build.
No.
To build a power plant. But
that's crazy. That man can't give away enough money. Like, he just can't. I mean, he gives away a lot. Like the Gates Foundation, and they spend money all over. I mean, he's in that group that has pledged to give away most of their fortune, and he still has tons left to give away.
Well, that's because he gets paid every single year hundreds of millions of dollars because of his company but he's not a CEO anymore. He just gets paid of what
He gets
stock
paid, and
options.
he's got investments. He owns
Yeah,
land
stock
all
options.
over.
So when you have
houses all over.
I guess when you have that much money, you want to get rid of it. It's almost like a burden. You know what I mean? Because you have all this money, and all. I mean, you get so much money, you could never ever spend it in your lifetime ever. You
Warren
never.
Buffett's giving away his money.
Yeah, you could never spend that money. So when you have that much money, now it doesn't. Money's not an issue anymore. You have to find other things to do with the money. I mean, because that's how you find any type of value in your life. I mean, once you have all this money, you're like, well, damn, I need to do something with it. Because obviously he can buy anything he wants, so it's not material that's going to get him any type of satisfaction. So that's probably why he's trying to do stuff.
That's why they're trying to go to space and crap. They're just trying to find something else to do, something to challenge themselves.
Of course. I mean, I agree with that. I mean, if I was a billionaire, I'd try to do something different too, because it's not about money anymore, because you have everything you ever wanted. So you have to try to find something else to do.
Yeah, they'd be doing crazy stuff.
Well, I have something to tell the audience. Can you tell them about your 5 minutes a pound?
Oh, we're talking about that.
We always
Well, that's pretty much always that goes into the whole show today.
Yes.
So pretty much today, I'm just kind of talking about.
Do you want to segue
my
that into the whole show, or just do it now?
Well,
And
let's
then
do
what
it
do you
all
want to
because
do?
it's all the same.
Okay.
I mean, well, it's not all the same, but so as far as my 5 minutes of pounds,
Yes.
I have lost because I've been going through things. That's what I'm going to talk about
Yes.
today.
She can't tell you how she lost it until we.
I can't tell you how I lost it.
Well, I was going to say
I'm
until
gonna
we actually start the show. That way, you tell them what you were doing.
Well, the show started, ain't it?
You know-
Technically.
You know what I mean? Damn
Yes.
it!
All right. So,
You always got to give me a hard time.
but I've lost like 14 pounds. I put on like 3 back on, but of course, I expected that because I haven't done nothing.
How the hell? What?
I expected to put weight back on let me just finish what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway, so I've dropped I don't know, my pants size. My pants are all dropping off of me, my jeans, which is really good. Now I got to go try to find some old ones I had that fit. But yeah. So I finally have made progress. It's been a long road with me and weight loss and trying to figure out what was right and what would work for me and what worked for me really is not about me. It's a higher calling. I don't know what to call it, but
Yes.
but I've had some things happen in the last month.
An awakening, you would call it.
I guess I don't know. I've just been searching for a while.
Yes.
I've been searching for something. I know something's missing from my life.
Searching for God. That's usually what it is. When you say searching for something.
Can you let me finish what I'm talking?
Sorry. Go ahead. Let's just get to the point, man.
If you want to do all your talking, then you need to make some changes in your life so you can have some things happen.
I always have something to talk about. So, but I'm not like you.
You ain't had no major changes.
No.
You haven't pushed yourself.
I don't want to push myself. I want to live the way I'm living right now.
Right.
So
But as far as 5 minutes of pounds, I've lost weight. But on to the real heart of the show.
Let's get into the show topic.
Yeah, we're talking about metamorphosis and change. So, I guess it's kind of.
What type of change are we talking about?
I don't
here?
know, like a life change, a life change. So, you ever been in a part of your life where you're just like, I'm every day. You feel like you're in Groundhog Day, right? You go to bed, you wake up, you go to work, take care of your kids, and life just is like, bleh. And then you look at the mirror, you're fat, you're overweight, you don't feel good about yourself, you don't look like how you used to look, and then you're like, bleh. I mean, this is just how I was feeling. And I felt like that for a while. I'm like, I need to figure out my life because I did this once before where I go for a while and then I'm like, something's got to change. Like for me, years ago was our financial situation because I read my Facebook post, and every time I read my Facebook post, I'd always sound like I'd read the memories and the memories would sound the same. Right. So one day I was like, I got to make a change. Something needs to give.
I got to change.
Right. So this is kind of where I'm at now. So what happened is this time I've been feeling like something's missing and I didn't know what it was, whatever. So I've been open. So I used to be on Clubhouse. I don't have time to be on Clubhouse anymore, but I like Clubhouse. So if you haven't been on Clubhouse, definitely check it out. It's a chat room basically with a bunch of people from all over the world about various topics. So I was in a chat room and I'm like, I need something. And then this guy's talking and he's talking about this lady who helped him, there's this thing called your inner child. And basically we all walk around, from what I've learned, and I'm still learning stuff. But what I've learned is we all walk around with hurts from our childhood. And those childhood hurts affect how we live our life day to day. Those childhood hurts can make people, some people who are mean, or people who use people, or people it just varies. Like any kind of hurt, like, because we learn things unconsciously from our parents or from our environment as we grow up, and we take those things into our adulthood. And a lot of times they're things that are hurtful.
Yes.
And
agreed.
And because we have these things and we don't deal with them, we stifle our ability to adult effectively. Like we just do, right?
Yeah. So
I met this lady. This guy said this lady helped him with something. So I was like, you know what? What the heck? I'm gonna check this lady out.
Might
too.
as well.
I don't know what she calls
Might
herself.
as well try it out.
Or what kind of lady. I don't know what she is. I don't know. But
who was this lady? Did you tell me about her?
Yeah, I told you I would meet with the lady who talked about my childhood, about the big gate and stuff. All this stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I remember you telling me about this.
So I talked to the lady, whatever. So I met with this lady. I don't know. This lady's a stranger to me. I have no idea who she is, right?
But she was recommended by someone you know. So
I don't know her. No.
Oh, really?
I met the lady on Clubhouse, Ian. I was looking for something.
I thought you had it through.
No, I'm at this point. I'm just looking. I'm searching for something, and I don't know what. I just know I'm searching. I need change in my life. That's all I know.
Yes.
Right. I got this business. I know I need a breakthrough for my business.
Breakthrough.
I know that I need.
Preach.
Can you stop? And this is like, for me, I guess I'm not like funny or anything, because it's kind of serious for me. It's like a major.
I'm going to be serious now.
No, but you can be. It's not. It doesn't have to be. I don't want it to be heavy, but for me, it's heavy because it's something that
it affected you personally.
Right.
Yes,
It was a major
correct.
thing.
That's correct.
So I met this lady online, and so we talk, and I don't even know. I guess I don't know what she is. I don't know what she calls herself. I have no idea. But I met with her. She's not like a psychic or anything like that. Nothing like that. So we talk, and she's like, is there anything from your childhood past that you need to get, whatever. So I talked about a few things, and she's like, there's this big gate, like this gate. And basically, from talking with this lady over a few weeks, probably about 2 or 3 months, right? She basically helps me to begin to try to be more positive in my mindset. And I'm like, and in the meantime, everyone has their own belief. I'm just going to speak from my belief and from my experience in my life, right? So in the meantime, I'm also praying. Remember I told you, I'm like, man, Ian, God ain't listening. I got things I got to try to do. He ain't listening. He ain't answering no prayers. He is just like, right now he's just not, he's busy. That's what I told you. And you're like, no,
God.
He's not busy, Natalie.
That's
I'm
right.
I'm like, he busy because he ain't answering my
God's
prayers.
never busy.
Right. But in the meantime, so
Not
I met
for us.
there are all these things. They're all kind of convoluted. So I'm kind of jumping a little bit.
Yes.
But this is all happening at the same time.
Yes.
And around that time too, this guy at work quit. Like this guy.
Oh yes, I remember this story.
There's a guy that I have at my job.
This is great.
One of my employees, he quit, and he was the guy who would go around to the different customer sites and do like the site survey, right? And he would go to the customer, meet the customer, and then outside, I'd work in telecom. Outside, you got to lift up these big 50-pound manhole covers or these big thing covers.
Yeah, tell him this story. This is great right here.
So I had to go and do that because he was my only person, and I was getting ready to hire somebody else to start looking to hire when he quit. So
that's right.
I got work to do. I can't tell the customer, oh, I can't do that, right? So I had to go figure out what I had to do.
I remember
so I had
you
to
bought
go
that thing at the store.
So I had to go buy this manhole cover lifter thing, and I had to go out there,
man.
and I didn't even know. Like it's been like 20 years since I've been outside and done work out, like do that kind of stuff. But I had to go learn and figure it out because I can't not meet my customers.
Yeah, you got to get the work
what they
done.
want, right? So I'm going out there. It's hot as hell because I'm in Florida. It was like August, I think. August, September.
You were complaining. It's hot as hell.
It was hot.
Ian.
So I'm going to these customers. I go in, I talk to them. Then I got to go outside. I got to roll the wheel and measure the road.
Yeah, you're doing outside engineering work, boy.
Yeah,
that's what I did like 20,
then I got to lift
20
this
years ago.
50 freaking pound like cover. I don't know. Some of these things were more than 50 pounds. Like one of them I cussed out. Like I cussed that. When I finally I took it off and I couldn't get it back on, and I'm out there fighting. It was an older one. And I'm out there fighting with it. So then I finally, after I got it done, I cussed that damn thing. I sure did. I cussed it out. I said, you don't own me. And I cussed at it because I was so mad. But that's what I did. But I was doing that plus still doing everything else that I have to do. I got to I do engineering work still. I got to manage my employees. I got to do payroll. I got to do all. I got to do sales. Or I got to still do all this stuff while I'm running around at customer visits every other day.
Man, I wish you could hire me so I could do that crap.
So, but one day I said to God, I said, God, I'm tired. Like at this point, I was literally just wore down. And I said, and I cried a little bit, and I was like, God, I'm tired. I need this to go away. I need you to send me somebody or something to do this, right? Like, I need something. Lo and behold, like this is like, I think like a Friday or Saturday, right? Lo and behold, like a few days later, someone calls and they're like, hey, we got a guy he wants to do this job again. Do you mind? And I was like, oh, hell no. Take it. I said, because I don't get paid anymore to do it. And I was like, I don't give a crap. Like, I don't want to have to do this.
All that work you were doing, you weren't getting paid to do
No,
all that
I got paid for that because I was doing the work.
I got you.
But now someone else took it back over.
Okay.
And they get paid to do the work.
You.
I'm not getting paid. So I was just like, oh,
thank you, Jesus.
I don't even give a crap. Y'all. And the thing was, see, this is one of my things as a child. This is something from my childhood that I haven't figured out yet. But I am afraid of being in trouble. Well, I know why, because I was in trouble as a kid all the time. Because, ADHD, your kid can't, blah, blah, blah. So I'm always afraid. So when the phone call came and the guy left me a message, I was like, oh, shit. I said, what did I do?
You're just like me.
I was like, oh, damn, did I mess up another one? Because I did mess up one of them. All the ones I did, I messed up one. But I was just like, oh no, I'm in trouble. Like I was just like fearing this guy's call, right? Not knowing the man's calling me to give me my blessing, like to answer my prayer.
Yeah, of course. You're not thinking about that.
So when he finally calls, I'm like, great, take it, it's gone. I'm like, God's back.
I like that. God's back.
He's like, he's back. He's talking to me because like I've been talking to him and I ain't heard nothing, right?
Yeah.
So then a week later, later that week, a friend of mine texts me and she's like, Nathalie, I'm doing a 21-day fast. You want to do it? And normally I'd be like, oh, hell no, I can't do that.
Yeah, I remember.
There's no way I can do that.
I remember when you first told me about this. I'm like, 21 days? That's a long time.
Look at the struggle I've had. How long
for years.
With my weight, right?
Yes,
how long?
Right.
But I said, you know what? I said, God sent her. Like I just knew. I knew God sent her. And I said, I'm going to do this with you. I said, I will do it. I said, I'm going to do a liquid. Because I thought it meant I could just drink liquids, right? But she's like, no, really, you're supposed to drink, like, you can do however you want, but typically you're supposed to just drink water. I was like, no, I ain't doing that, but I'll do liquids. So I did a 21-day liquid fast. And I knew, like, I just knew for me that God wanted me to do that fast. The way it all happened, like right after he answered my prayer with this thing with my job, and then she came and asked me, I just knew, like something just told me in my core, like, you just got to do this. That's what God wants you to do. Right. And then other things have been happening in between that have been positive, little things here and there. And so, but I knew, when you fast, it's like a spiritual thing, like to connect with God and then to have it, like, it's like a breakthrough, right? Once you're done with that fast, that sacrifice, like a lot of times doors open.
Yes.
Right. Things open up. So I was like, I need to do this. I said, I need to do this for my business. I knew, like, for my business to have a breakthrough, I needed to do this. Like, yes. I just knew. And I needed to do it in order to grow my connection with God. Because this is not the first time. I mean, God always answers prayers. I had God talk to me one time. I don't know if I ever talked about it on the show, but I ain't going to go into it. But God, like, literally spoke to me once. And exactly what he said was going to happened. Like, and he never spoke to me again. But he'll answer prayers in other ways. I'll take that. I don't care however he wants to do it.
I like that. You said he spoke to you once.
He did.
He speaks to us all the time.
I know, but this was like a voice, like a distinct voice.
He speaks to us
He speaks to me within my spirit. Subconsciously. But this was a voice, spoke.
Yeah, God is a spirit, so he speaks to your spirit. Well, that's how it works.
Yeah, but this time he was a voice, like a person voice, and he spoke.
Yeah, right? That's how it works.
Right. But anyway, so I don't want to be taking too long with my story. I don't want to be too long with it, which I am.
You've talked about 95% of the show so far.
Because this is about my journey.
That's what I'm saying. I like this. I'm just sitting here listening.
All right.
I haven't said one thing.
Now I forgot where the heck so this is fast.
Damn.
Now, Nathalie can never not go a day without eating some kind of candy, sweets, cookies. I mean, if it's in front of me, I'm going to eat it. If the kids leave it on the counter.
Don't leave no candy or anything in the house.
I'm going to eat it. Right. Yes. I have no willpower.
None.
Whatsoever.
The worst ever.
For years now. Yes. Right. Because that's why I've been putting on weight and I can't get it off. Right.
Yes.
So I just said, you know what? I'm going to do this fast. I said, Lord, I ask you to help me with this fast. I'm going to do this. So liquid. So I did a liquid fast for 21 days. And I wrote down exactly what liquids I would consume, which was like, I bought tons of juice pressed because I don't have time to juice my own juice. Mm-hmm. So I bought a bunch of cold pressed juices, and then I would do like a cashew milk that I buy, and I would drink broth and water. Like that's it. And I did have soup one day. that was the first day because I had to take my team out for dinner, and that's the only day they were all available. And I didn't want to be looking like, so I ate soup that day, but I haven't chewed anything. So I didn't chew anything for 21 days.
Mm-hmm.
Now I figured, I wrote down every time I got hungry, I would pray about it. Cause I thought I was going to be dying. Like I thought it was just going to be the end for me. And like, I was not going to make this, right? But weirdly enough, I was never hungry. Only like once or twice my stomach would growl and I just drank some water. And I've never been able to do this in my entire life. I have never done any kind of liquid fast. Maybe I did one day for my colonoscopy and that's it. But I was able to do this for 21 days with no problem. Halloween came and the kids, I'm not sure why my computer, I turned it off. But Halloween came and the kids had candy all over the house. They just left it on the floor, on the couch. And I literally could walk past the candy and I did not touch one piece of candy at all until after my fast was done. And for me, that was like miraculous. Like that's like a huge, I just don't even, people say I can't do it. I say you can, because I was that person who would always say I couldn't do it. And I sat there and I did it and I lost 14 pounds. And that's because I did not even walk. I didn't do nothing but just drink my little liquids. I didn't do nothing because I was afraid of overexerting myself and then falling out. So
fainting on the sidewalk.
I did not do I walked a couple of times, but that was it. But for me, and all I did was I prayed. I prayed 3 times a day. Sometimes I would miss the second time because middle of the day, but I would pray. I try to pray 3 times a day, and I would just drink my juice, and I was fine. Like, I don't know. Everyone's got their own beliefs. Like I tell my friend, I got my best friend. She's not a believer, but when I tell her, I'm like, look, I'm gonna have to give you my testimony because this is some crazy stuff right here. And she knows me, that how I am with candy, sweets, anything food related. And I had to tell her, about my experience, but I say all this to say that, and then the end part. So the end is after I finished my 21 days liquid fast, a couple days later, I found out that our contract got extended for 3 years. That was a big deal. That was pressing on my mind because I was like, crap, that's my main contract. I haven't done all that I needed to do as far as sales to get other business. But if I can get that squared away.
Yes.
And normally that doesn't happen until you hear about it later on in the year, like next year or whatever. And just a couple days later, they're like, oh, the contract got extended for whatever time. And I was like,
yes.
And I was like, wow.
Yes.
Like, that's just God again. Like, I can't sit here and be like, oh, well, I didn't do anything.
I like your excitement. This is really good.
I didn't do anything. Because Ian, it's like,
you know who you're talking to, right? You're talking to Ian.
I know Ian's a seminary student.
No, but being a seminary student has nothing to do with it. I mean, I've already figured this out years ago. That's how it works. So when I hear your story, I'm like, this is good.
But I've never, God's worked in my life, but for me, this is a major pivotal thing.
Yeah.
For me to be able to sit there for 21 days
man.
and not chew anything.
That's
I have not chewed anything.
That's like an eclipse.
Right. And I did it with ease. That's the kicker. It wasn't hard.
Yeah, I was there with you the whole time.
That's the part. You
were just working and doing it. And
I never felt like, oh my God, I'm going to pass out. I'm hungry. I never felt any hunger. I never felt any cravings towards I would cook. I had to cook food. I cooked for your dad because your dad's visiting. I cooked for him to eat. I cooked. I did chew 2 things. I chewed some green peas once because I had the baby here and I didn't want to, I had to make sure the food was the right texture. So I chewed it and I spit it out. And then I chewed a grape at the store because I wanted to buy bad grapes. But I spit that out too. But I never actually swallowed any food for 21 days. So I say all this for people when they say they can't do something, you can. And that was part of why I think I needed to do it, was because I've always said I can't, but I can, and I could through God's grace, and I was able to accomplish that goal. So I say all this as a testimony and motivation to others. If there are things that you think that you can't do or you can't overcome, and if you believe in God and what he's capable of, you've got to do it. You've got to harness it. And one of the things that I learned from this and where I'm trying to get to and more in my life is lack of fear. I no longer fear. Like I do have moments of fear because I'm a human.
Yes.
But I don't have consistent, persistent fear.
Prolonged fear.
Right. Because I can't have faith in God to know that I got to tell my backstory. I almost forgot about that. But I can't have faith and not believe that he's going to take care of it. Now, it may not go exactly like I want it to go, but it'll be taken care of in the way that's best for me and the best what he wants.
Look at
me,
Nathalie figuring
right?
things out. I like this.
So I've had to put away. Like I was fearful about my business. I'm like, oh my God, am I gonna have no work? Am I gonna? I have employees and I don't have. And I was fearful.
And you'd always tell me that because I'd hear it every single day.
Yeah, and I would fret, but I can't. I had to put that away. Because if I have real faith, and for me to have gone through this juice thing to see the other side, for me to have called out to God and been like, hey man, like I need help, bro. I can't keep doing all these jobs. Like, and him to send that help in the way that he did, right? I realized like my fear is futile. I can't have, if someone does these things for you and shows them to you and says, hey, I'm here for you. Right. But then I'm going to sit there and still be like, I don't know if they're here for me. But they showed me. They didn't just tell me.
Yeah.
They showed me that they're here for me.
And it's God.
Right?
That's the part. It's like,
right. And so I was like, I can't fear anymore. I can't have fear because I can't truly believe in God and live in fear. You can't.
Oh, you sound like you're a pastor.
I'm not trying to be, but and the one thing I will say, I had one other thing that happened to me, and I'm going to wrap it up. But one other thing that happened to me during my fast, like 3 or 4 days before I was about to be done, I woke up with the worst back pain in my life. Like I don't know what was going on. I'm like, maybe it's a detox. My body's, because I wasn't taking my pills like I was supposed to. That helps, supposed to flush out your liver, because your liver is what cleanses, all the stuff that you put in your body. So I just woke up with this back pain. I could barely move. I was like, oh my God. Could barely sit. I mean, every time I'd move, the pain would just shoot through my back, like my lower left side.
Yes.
And so Ian's like, Nathalie, it's like I got like 4 or 5 days left on my liquid fast. And he's like, Nathalie, why don't you go get an Advil? And I was like, I thought about it. And I said, no, I'm not going to get an Advil. Mm-hmm. I said, I am on the spiritual liquid fast. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to give it to God. Like this no joke. This happened. Everything I'm talking about has happened like literally to me in the last few weeks. But I said, I'm going to give it to God. So I went in my bathroom. Your mom gave me some oil, like, I don't know, years ago, right? It's under my bathroom sink. And I'm like, let me go find this oil, because she prayed over it and stuff. She gave us some olive oil,
yes.
That's how the Jamaicans do.
Consecration.
We pray over the olive oil and then you use it for healing, right?
It's real.
So I go and I find the oil. I'm like, I don't even know if this oil is still here. But I find the oil under my sink. And I said, it's been there for years, like 5 years, 4 years. I don't know.
It's like God in a jar.
It's a long time. That oil, your mom gave me that oil. But I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to give this to God. I said, I'm going through a spiritual fast. Like that's what the purpose of my fast was, to grow closer to God and to push me past myself. And so I'm going to give this to him. I'm going to go in faith that he was going to take care of my back. Like, no joke. So I refuse to take whatever you told me, Midol, Tylenol. I'm like, I ain't taking
Midol.
Whatever you told me to take. Tylenol, Advil, whatever you told me.
Midol.
So I go, I do my prayer in the closet because I like to be by myself and I don't like you coming in bothering me. So I go in the closet and I close my door and I take this oil and I rub it on my hands and I rub it on my back and the part of my back that is hurting. And I'm like, I just pray to God. And I'm like, God, I'm coming to you. You say you can heal. You take care of things. I'm on this spiritual fast. So I'm going to give this to you to heal my back, to take away this pain.
It's your belief, man.
So I rubbed the oil on it. And I rubbed the oil in really good because I'm like, Lord, take this pain, because it was hurting so bad. And then so that day I sat down. Then I went into my bed. I had an appointment later that day. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to this appointment because my back is hurting so bad. But I sat in the bed the rest of the day and I worked in my bed because I couldn't move hardly because it was hurting. And so my appointment was at 4. And so by 3, I was like, okay, I'm going to, I was getting up in between because I was drinking a lot of water. So something just told me just drink water. I just drank water all day. I did not eat anything I didn't drink anything but water all day that day. Something just told me just drink water. So that's what I did. It's like flush your body. And I sat there in my bed. And then around 3, I'm like, okay, let me see if I can get up. Like, cause I got to go to this appointment. I haven't called yet cause I didn't want to cancel cause it's going to cost me $50 to cancel on the same day. So I was like, I'm going to try to go. So I was able to get up and move, and I was okay. Like, I wasn't fully like fine, but I wasn't having the shooting pains. I wasn't having that anymore. And I was able to go to my appointment. I sat there and everything. And then by the next morning when I woke up, the pain was all gone. There was no remnants of the pain. And even in the afternoon, I was able to do, walk around and do things and stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's just like the last part of my testimony and kind of where I'm at and what I'm going through. And, but by giving that sacrifice to God, sacrificing, my wants of food, which at the time I didn't want anything while I was doing it, but my normal wants, I don't know. I felt like it broke open for me. Whatever. I'm in this season right now, and God is working, right? And I see Him working. And this has happened before, but sometimes you falter, like after a while you kind of go away from God. Yeah. So I'm praying now for me to keep my relationship with God. I pray to Him to ask me to sustain this and to grow our relationship, because I don't want that to cease.
That's good.
But yeah, so that's, I talk about all this. I know I'm a little long-winded, but I'm kind of a roundabout. But it was just all of this was always going on all at once, with doing healing as from a spiritual perspective, and then also one other thing, but it's just, I'm not going to go into it. But I had another friend who went through her own spiritual awakening, and she even had like a whole weekend where we went to her house, and she invited me to come and to experience that with her as well, all during this time. So these are all these different doors and things that were opening me up to other ways of thinking and to seeing the world from a different place.
Yes.
So now I try to start my day with gratitude and being thankful for what I have, all the things that I have in my life. No, we don't all have everything we want, but I do have everything that I do need. And I'm thankful for that. And I use that now in the mornings when I wake up. I pray. I say, what I'm thankful for, and then just go about my day. But, and I try to take a few moments of silence, before I start my day. And, that's helped. So, I just say all this, my testimony, just to let people know that, if you feel like God's not there, if you're a believer and you feel like God is not there and He's not listening to you, He is. You just got to keep going, and you really have to give it all to Him. Like when you get on hands and knees and you say, God, I can't do this, or you really give Him your emotions, and as you pray and you let Him feel your emotions, like you put your emotions out there. You're not just like, everyone does what works for them, but I'm just saying, in my experience, what I've had, it's always when I'm letting Him in to feel my emotions, when I'm like, my emotions are out there, like, you say you wear them on your sleeve kind of thing, is where I've experienced where He seems to answer me more. I don't know.
That's good.
I hear Him better, I guess. I don't know.
There's a Bible verse for that somewhere. So.
Oh, okay. I don't know, because I don't know enough.
I should know, but I don't know. So.
I don't know enough. So, I've been doing, so I just recommend people, if you're looking for change in your life, seek Him, and then just, do what you feel or what comes to you to change your life. But don't just sit back and complain about your life, because you can't fix nothing when you just complain or with fear. Right. And I've come to the point in my life where I don't make excuses anymore. Like, I just, because, what's it good? Where does it get you? It doesn't get you nowhere. Right. You want to feel good about your life. You want to have success. You want things to be going well. Not everything's going to go well by any means, because that's just life. But if you don't put yourself out there to even try to make things better for your life, then, you're just existing. And there's way more to life than just existing. And I just challenge you to wake up to your own life and to go after the things that you want in life and that you would love to see happen in your life, because you can have them. You can experience them, but not if you're fearful, and not if you're just sitting there, saying what isn't. Right? Create what is. Right? Don't just sit there and be like, oh, I can't. Oh, because Ian and I, years ago, before we got out of debt, we could have been like, oh, we're never going to get out of debt. Oh, and no, I had to finally take action. Like, okay, what are we going to do to get out of this debt? I had to sell. We sold our house. I mean, people are like, oh, I can't sell my house. Why not? It's a house. It's a place. What is it? Right? If you really want change in your life, you got to make a sacrifice to make change start happening. Right? So for us, we sold our house, moved across town, changed our kids' schools.
Oh man,
it was life changing.
Yeah,
it was life changing, right?
It was, yeah, especially for the kids,
right?
Yeah.
And just like now, I have this business. You know, I was like, I don't want to own a business. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have people. No. But I took a risk. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this. Why not? Right? So I just challenge you out there to take risk in your life. You only have one shot at this life. Make it the best that you can. Because we're only getting older. Every day you're getting older.
Sicker.
And yeah, a lot of people do get sicker.
I'm telling you.
Oh, because I hate to say, but like right now, I pray for people that I know who have cancer. I'm praying for like 6 people that I know who have cancer.
I know about 2 or 3 have died. So it's
and I'm like, yeah. And then others have passed on.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, you know.
It's tough, man.
You only got so much time in this life.
You do.
And why sit and live a life? Like people are in relationships that suck. They say, oh, I'm never going to have any money. I'm always going to be broke. No, you don't have to always be broke. But what are you doing to change that? Yes. If you just going to sit there and complain about it, hell yeah, that's what's going to happen.
My hands are in the air.
But if you get up and you take one step, do one thing that scares you, one thing, and see what happens. That's it. All right, I'm done. Thanks.
Okay, great.
This is Nathalie, and I am complete. Only people who listen to Clubhouse understand that. Yeah. That's a Clubhouse thing. When you're done talking on Clubhouse, you say your name and then you say I'm complete.
I like that. I might start listening to Clubhouse. No, I might not. But
you would like Clubhouse because you like to talk. You like to listen.
I don't like.
You
to
wouldn't
talk,
but you would like to listen.
I like to yell.
But I haven't been on there in a few months. So.
Maybe you should go back on there and maybe you find something new to
I know.
discover.
I will when I have time.
Well, good. Well, this was a great show today. Great show. I'm proud of you, man. You know I'm proud of you. I've always been there by your side.
Yeah, saying I can't do it. Nathalie, you ain't gonna be able to do it. You always can't do it.
No.
You said I couldn't do it this time.
I didn't say that. I didn't say anything. I said, okay, go ahead. That's what I said. I didn't say you couldn't do it.
Okay, you said I didn't think you could do it.
No, I didn't think, Nathalie, I didn't think you could do it. I mean, that's just the reality.
I know, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because that just shows how big it was.
Yes.
Because you know me for the last 20-something years, and you know what I do, my habits.
I wasn't saying to be negative. I was just like, oh, well.
No, I didn't take it as negative.
I'm trying to be positive, but we've gone through this like at least 50 or 60 times in our 20 years. At least 50 or 60.
Well, me trying to lose weight. But it wasn't about weight. This was about something else. But the weight, was part of it. It came as part of it.
Of course, yep.
But that's okay.
Good.
I'm okay, Ian, with that.
Okay, good. Well, if you want to listen and follow us on the podcast, you listen to us on the streaming platforms, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast. Oh, I forgot all of them now. Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, the Family Mess Podcast on Instagram, and we have a Family Mess Podcast Facebook page. Subscribe and give us some comments and feedback about the show and future topics, and we'll talk to you guys soon. God bless. Bye.
Have a nice day.
I love the family mess.
Oh,